By way of review, I've shown you this before. I want to show it to you again. If we need to sort output in our pipeline, whether it's just a single piece pipeline or a really complex one, sorting is useful in that regard. The sample text I'm showing in the screenshot is getting a process list and then sorting it, sorting the output that is, by working set in descending order. Now officially I probably should have added the dash property parameter name. Instead I'm using the positional parameter here and specifying only the name itself. Okay. If you leave off descending, then an ascending sort will be performed. A downside here is that you're not able to do multiple sorts in different directions. For instance, I could have done sort object ws, VMM to sort first by working set and then next by VM, which I think stands for virtual memory consumption. To be honest, the get process output has some really cryptic property names here that require you to read the help file to be reminded of exactly what they are. So you can pass an array or a comma-separated list of properties to do multi-level sorts, but you have to kind of get into hacking territory if you want to do a multi-level sort of ascending and descending mixed together. And then we have some more examples up here. That's fine. They're all just different ways to say the same thing. Now, PowerShell guru Don Jones often gives the aphorism, in your pipelines as you're constructing them, do your filtering as far to the left as you can, and do your formatting as far to the right as you can. And the reason that Don suggests that is that a lot of the formatting commands, I wouldn't consider sorting so much to be formatting, but certainly the format dash commands, like we've seen in passing, commands like format list and format table, those actually modify the objects that are in the pipeline. So if you do a format list and then try to do a sort, you're going to get some unexpected results, because once you start formatting, you're really, it reminds me of Play-Doh, you're morphing the data. So the filtering commands, things like select object, where object, which we haven't looked at quite yet, sorting, do those as left as possible, as close to the front of the pipeline as possible, where you're dealing with whole objects, as it were. And then keep the formatting for the end, because frankly, those format commands don't even accept the ability to go beyond. They're basically endpoints. If you could look at it like conduits, as I've been saying, conduit, connector, conduit, you can look at the formatting commandlets as end caps. You're terminating the pipeline, basically, if you're doing an out file or an out printer, certainly. There's not going to be a way to out file and then stay in the pipeline. Actually, there is. To every rule, there's an exception. There's a switch parameter in PowerShell that's supported not with all commandlets, but a lot of them, called pass-through, where you can actually keep data in the pipeline when normally it would be dumped out of the pipeline. The pipeline would be terminated. Oh, brother, so much to know, right?